As dawn broke the day after my wedding, Mithila, still aglow with the remnants of celebration, woke to a dawn of farewells. I realized that after this moment, I would have to leave Mithila for good. My parents, King Janaka and Queen Sunaina, wore smiles contoured by pride and sorrow that I would no longer be in their care. The three of us were all filled with one common knowledge in the royal chambers. This is the departure that had to happen at some point. Father gave me his blessings and advice, his words guiding the journey towards my adult life in marriage. He wished the best for me and Rama. In the quiet of my chamber, I pondered the journey ahead. Leaving Mithila, the land of my birth, stirred a sea of emotions in my heart. My heart was split into two parts. One was a burning fire, excitement and curiosity for my future, a plunge into the unknown. Yet to the part that was a torrential rainstorm, this unknown was one I felt I could not handle. I was not ready to leave the loving embrace of my parents, for I wanted to stay my inner child. The palace buzzed with activity as preparations were made for our departure to Ayodhya. As we exited the palace, the people of Mithila gathered and sang in applause. Yet their faces sang even louder of a solemn farewell. Our caravan commenced its journey, a majestic procession of elephants, horses, and carriages. It passed through Mithila's gates once and for all. We were headed to Ayodhya, my husband's residence. The journey to Ayodhya was a long yet beautiful journey. Landscapes of forest green metamorphosized into arid yet pure hills. As we sat in our carriage, I held my Rama's hand in my lap. He told me about his life, and I told him about mine. We talked about poetry and archery and weaved the fabrics of our lives together, piece by piece. On the journey, I met Rama's brother Lakshmana. He was devoted, full of inner strength and burning joy. I truly admired the two of them, and my love was fiery, yet that torrential rainstorm in my heart still was not entirely quelled. As the sun dipped below the horizon, we set up our first camp under the open sky, halfway to Ayodhya. All of Rama's brothers were married to my sisters at the camp. It may not have the luxuries of my palace life, yet it still felt like a miniaturized version of my previous self, some connection to Mithila. Beneath a canopy of stars, we gathered around the warmth of the campfire. We sang in laughter as the people of Mithila did during my departure. The fire's light shone on Rama's face, shone as brightly the moment he lifted the unliftable Shivdhanush. That love I felt in that moment again seemed to echo in my heart. I held my Rama's hand as the eight of us discussed the intricacies of poetry and philosophy. At the break of dawn, I reflected on the flowing waters by the river's edge, a symbol of life's continuous, ever-moving, ever-changing journey. I saw my face in the moving ripples. Each frame of my face seemed to look different as the waves distorted my image. My nose started to resemble Rama's, and my eyes were the shape of a phoenix rather than a princess. I felt this image was not caused by the ripples, but rather by my imagination, uncanny almost. I stared longingly, watching my face metamorphosis by the waves. At that moment, I could feel my heart's torrential rainstorm start to become a drizzle. Through towns and hamlets, our procession was met with joy and reverence, the people eager to welcome their future queen. In his interactions with the villagers, Rama displayed a humility that endeared him even more to my heart. A prince not just in title, but in virtue. He was a true king. Throughout the journey, the bond between Rama, Lakshmana and myself deepened, united by destiny, shared experiences and mutual respect. As we entered the dense forest, a hush fell over the caravan. The forest a reminder of the unpredictability and mysteries of life. As Ayodhya came into view, my heart swelled with joy and anticipation, the end of one journey and the beginning of another. As the gates of Ayodhya opened, the air was thick with celebration. I entered as a bride and a queen stepping into her new realm. With each step into Ayodhya, I felt the weight and honor of my new role. I, Sita, was ready to embrace this chapter with love, duty, and a heart full of hope. You are watching but not subscribing. Please watch, like, share, and subscribe, which will motivate us to do more like this.